Monday Night Football, baby. We're here.
There's only one other good play on Minnesota.
Touchdown in 46 seconds. Punches back. Touchdown.
Oh, if you didn't know, it's the Print Factory on a Monday afternoon here. And I got my man back with me, even though a little sick, battling through the cold, the sore throat, the whatever else he's got going on to be here. Literally, he was texting me yesterday. He had no voice, sitting on the couch with the wife, and they're just sitting in silence because she has no voice either, just watching sports all day, nodding at each other, pointing at the kids, telling them to stop running around and sit down and watch sports. I mean, that's a tough scene when you both got no voice. So who's yelling at the kids? Who's telling them to stop messing around? Or do you just do like the point?
No, they still know. Even if you don't have a voice, you stand up a little bit and it doesn't take much.
So you're a pointer. You're not like a starer. You know,
I actually am a starer now that you say that. I even do that like in the basketball games when I get really, really mad past yelling, I'll just stand up and just right at them. Just then they know and I know, and that's all that's needed.
Yeah, no. My dad was a he was a yeller. You'd hear it.
True? Is this true? Was he doing that? Was he doing that, Pepe Silva?
Oh, that's 100%.
Are you rat dollar?
That's 100% true. I'm not shying away from this at all. Called you Big P. I said nothing would keep me off the show. I don't care if you had to drag me on the show. I'd be here, sickness, whatever.
I did think the idea was pretty funny, though, if I went on and then just mute the whole show and I just went like thumbs up or thumbs down.
Dude, like if I asked you questions like Tony, Jalen Hurts, and you're just like,
The problem was like it would be funny for a minute, but it wouldn't be funny for the whole show.
No, it would have been funny if you came on like at the end and I was like, Big T play of the day, Lamar Jackson, and you're like, just give him the thumbs down real quick. That would have been kind of funny. But
what happened to our boy Marab on well, you picked the other guy, but what happened to him? He just got owned finally.
He got owned finally. He finally, what I've been saying should happen eventually did. We finally got someone who's a really good boxer who finally was able to have the cardio to continuously stuff the takedowns and box this dude's head off, which he did. And I'll give credit to Marab too. Marab actually, I'll give him credit. Like old Marab would not have been able to hold on in the striking. I mean, he got his ass whooped in the striking, but he at least was giving it back a little bit or trying to. It's just Jan's so good at like rolling with it, and he's got that like high tight guard. And they kept telling Marab like throw to the body, like he is like throw to the body and stuff. But Marab's not that type of guy, you know what I mean? Whereas Jan was throwing sick shit to the body, throwing that kick. And he finally someone got. If you go to the body on Marab, he gets hurt every time. Remember O'Malley? He barely got any strikes against Marab. Remember he hurt him like later in that fight, just hitting him in the stomach or whatever. Like that's what you got to do. And he just owned his ass. So I was pumped about that. Unfortunately, I couldn't bet that fight, Tony, because in Massachusetts, we can't bet Russian flag fights, the championship fights with guys that have Russian flags. So go figure that one out. I still haven't figured it out, but
yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one. So anyone who had the balls to bet against Marab and listen to my advice, I'll give credit to. I think me and JBC were the only ones on Peter Yan, at least on our site. So I'll give a shout out to JBC too. I know he was on Yan. Shout out to you guys. Anyone who bet, because man, it's tough to click the other guy against Marab. That's for sure. It's definitely a tough click. But
you didn't read my my write-up. I did all the write-ups this week. I got in there and grinded the write-ups, and I put on there that because last fight I was on against Marab. Who did he fight last?
You had Corey Sandhagen, and I thought you were crazy.
And I was, because he got owned. But I said the same thing. Like, I was like, it's coming soon. Someone's gonna stuff these takedowns, and it's a done deal. I didn't actually pick it though. I didn't have the balls to actually like go through with it, but it was due to happen.
Yeah, it was due. The frequency in which he was fighting these 5
I
round
mean, it was
fights
just a mismatch too. Like, and 4 fights in a
It
year.
was only a mismatch though, because Jan. Remember too, Jan was like slowing down a little, and he had to like settle himself back. He had to get that like second win. Even the announcers were like catching on. It's like it looks like he's slowing down a little, and then he started to pick it back up. But like it's hard when you're just constantly stuffing those it takes a lot out of you. So, not everyone can do it. I can see why like the majority of people, Merab's just going to beat with pace and pressure because, man, it just wears you down. But, yeah, Jan finally was able to do it. Well, I'm sure they'll fight again. So I'm sure we'll see round 3 of Jan. And I saw opening odds, Tony, for whenever that fight gets scheduled next. And what do you think Merab opened at?
For the same fight to go again?
Same fight, like whenever it is next. I just saw
plus 200. I don't know.
Yeah, like plus 185, plus 165, something like that.
I do think he could come back and win, though. I think that he'll recoup, but I mean, he got dominated, so maybe not. I don't know, but I think he could. I definitely won't count him out.
No, I wouldn't count him out either. But
he was drawing dead yesterday for sure.
I think this is why Tony asked me about Peter Yan. He looked at me.
I read that in it because
he looked at me and said, "JSU looks like Islam." So I'm just gonna go in there
and I hate talking about it because then we talk about it forever. And I know like 90% of the people don't want to hear it, but I like talking about it. You do, but I know like most people don't like it.
Well, I'm just glad you didn't bring up the other title fight. That still irritates me. But that's
because there's no. I mean, the fluke stuff. It just is what it is.
Honestly, I felt terrible for his kid. You could tell his kid was like upset, sad. That sucked for Pantoja. So
new hat. Yeah, we got only got the.
He's got new hats. I don't have new hats.
You got a new hat right there, the dark blue one. I've never seen that.
Nah, this is the Frozone hat, bro.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it wasn't it. I knew it was a new one.
That's the Frozone hat right there. This is my gelato shop. You don't have one because you haven't come to the shop yet. You got to come to the shop to get a Frozone hat.
That's how it should be anyways. You should have to come to get it like that.
That's right. All right. So we'll get away from the MMA talk here. Obviously, Big T can hear in his voice having a tough go of it, but we'll grit it out for this game here. Big T, Philadelphia, and the LA.
I want to know how the 20,000 eggs is doing good today. That's all I want to know.
Egg yolking. Do I look yoked, Tony? Do I look like I put some on?
That's not the key point of the sentence. He's talking about the 20 stacks that got put in the account.
Well, do I look taller? Am I sitting on?
You still look 20 short, but the bank account probably.
You said no. You just said straight up nah. I will say too, if anyone looked at my 3max content, the core of that team was literally right off the 3max content. It was my one Josh Allen team, I think, or whatever. It was my main Josh Allen team. It was right off that core. So that team was built right off the core. And if you look through my player pool, everybody on my teams, they're in the player pool. So you could have easily looked at the core, said, oh, I like Josh Allen today. Let me look at the Josh Allen team, and then looked at the player pool and built out the team that I made. Is a pretty simple team. I'm still mad at myself that I played Jordan Addison and he let me down again, but he still did just enough to get me there.
At least he got you double digits.
He did. But
crazy
man, he
should have how good they played, and he didn't.
He should have had more though, man. He should have had a touchdown. Like he should have had more. I was a little annoyed, but nothing got me more annoyed than the sequence that happened that lost me out of first with the Puka second touchdown, then the Blake Corum 40-yarder, and then the Colston Loveland touchdown for the Bears.
The guy had Corum.
The dude's team, I sent it to you. The dude who ended up catching me and beating me for first in that 3max, he played Samaje Perine on that team. Here, I'll read you the team real quick. I thought I sent it. I think I did. You probably just didn't like look.
I didn't look at all the players.
Yeah, you didn't look to the. So it was a Josh Allen team. He had James Cook and Samaje Perine on this team, but he also had Michael Wilson, T. Higgins, Puka, Loveland, Corum, and the Raiders defense. So, like, he had Michael Wilson, T. Higgins, Puka was like the nut at receiver.
Oh yeah.
That was probably who the Millie Maker had. Like, I would assume at receiver, and then Blake Corum, one of the highest scoring running backs on the entire slate, maybe and Josh Allen, the highest scoring quarterback. His defense got him 3, but whatever. When you have those positions, I mean, yeah.
And a lot of the good defenses were bad yesterday. Like a lot of the good spots.
Not my Vikings. Not my Vikings. Shout out to my Vikings coming through hard. But like I said, all that stuff.
JJ McCarthy, the reincarnation of JJ McCarthy.
I mean, I said it though. It's like, yeah, he's going to come back against Washington. He'll probably look a little better. It's Washington. Like, let's see him. I want to see him go against a middling team, Tony, not Washington. I want to see him go against a middle of the road team, and we'll see how good he is. But he still sucked.
Pure chaos. Did I go off my own script or others? I always go off my own script pretty much, but we did a show when I won it. Me and JSU and Uncle T did a show, so you could have heard all the takes before the Millie because they were all on the show.
That was like one of the craziest shows ever. Not actually because Tony won the Millie. After it was the way in which he gave out his favorite play. Like at the end of the show, we would do like favorite plays in each tier or whatever he did. And I forget exactly how it went, but he literally gave out the dudes in his winning lineup. They were all like guys in each range tier. You could have literally listened to the end of the show and built the lineup out with the guys. It was insane how he just rambled off like the 5 or 6 guys in his lineup that ended up getting him the Millie. So yeah, that was a wild show for sure. Probably one of the best. That's probably one of the best shows we ever did.
It was my favorite, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's your favorite. I think favorite. Uncle T enjoyed it too. That had to be one of his favorites. So it was a good time. But Big T, Bengals finally cut Burton. That real?
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
That was another game. That game pissed me off because the Bengals were dominating that game, the whole game, and then they just shit down their shorts at the end. I mean, Joe Burrow was so good, in command, all that stuff. T. Higgins was making plays. Jamar really wasn't doing a ton. They were a little off, but they had Mike Gesicki going. Chase Brown looked amazing. And then just that last little sequence, 2-3 sequences in a row where it just went the Bills' way, and Burrow made a couple mistakes and messed the whole game up. Man, the Bengals. You say it every time we talk about them. You're like, it's just
I'm just glad you're
make
saying
fun of
it,
me.
not me. Everyone
will
calls
make
me
fun of
homer.
me, but the Bengals. This team is one of the best teams, at least in the AFC. You saying
when
football?
When they're healthy, yeah.
You saying football? I'll say in the AFC, but
yeah,
I think you're right. Honestly, they might be one of the best teams in the AFC, and they won't make the playoffs, and it's going to be wild. The funny part is, though, I don't like literally half the teams that are going to make it into the playoffs. Yeah. So it's going to be easy for me when it comes to like picking who I want to come out of the AFC, because I'm going to hate like half the teams. So that'll at least be good. But
who was I trash talking this Josh Lee about?
Denver.
I got it bookmarked, studio.
But by the way, we got another team out. No Daniel Jones. Achilles. So
we're going to win big on those bets too, because from the bet show we really hammered those anti-Colts stuff. So we're gonna do good on those. Yeah, but I want to know who we lost. Who'd we lose, Spencer? We almost hit a 5-legger. Who'd we lose? I forget.
Bears. We got the 7. We needed 6.5. We had 6.5 on the Bears, I think. I think we had the Bears and the under, didn't we? And I think both missed.
I know I went 3-0. I got the T-box still. I know that much.
Yeah, oh, dude, Denver. Did you see the Denver thing?
Yeah.
Did you see the Portnoy Denver thing? You saw the whole thing?
I saw him crying about it. And
dude, what a way to lose that game, though. If you had Denver minus 7.5 or 8.5 or whatever, you did get royally screwed. Like, that was bullshit.
That was really tough.
And they threw the flag, too. They're running up to Spike. They throw the flag. Like, just the whole thing.
3 seconds left, too. Like, just totally brutal.
But yeah, it is what it is. We move on. We're gonna do it one of these days. We're one of these weeks. We're gonna get 9 right.
Sometimes I forget to live bet too. So last night we're watching the Chiefs were just sitting there and I'm like, there's no way these teams are gonna score at all. Telling Amber for the first time. So she's like, first time ever, she's like, why don't you just bet it heavy then? And I'm thinking I never really do that. And I'm like, why am I not just pounding? So I did. First time ever, she made me money. It's when you're sitting there, they're not going to score. But then it did get to the very end, and it was if they would have scored on that last drive, I would have lost the.
Amber was giving out winners.
Yeah, Amber. Text her and say,
where's my text? No winner given to JSU.
Because these primetime games have been ugly, a ton of them. And I keep whining, when we're sitting there, this game's terrible again.
Yeah.
And I had not a single night, though, I just pounded the under when I'm sitting there doing it. I'm finally it just hit me there's no way I'm losing this.
That under was, that was gold. If you bet the under last night.
I'm telling you, the only weird part, though, I didn't do it right away. It was so the total I had was 33.5. And if they would have scored a touchdown on that last drive, I would have lost. So there was still a sweat towards the end there. It was fun.
Oh, I thought you meant the full game.
No, once it started, I said it. Once I could just tell, the other linemen went down, and I'm just there's no way they're going to score.
God, your buddy better be buying that kid whatever he wants tonight for food, whatever he wants. Take him to Chili's. Then go to the whatever the local I don't know, kids candy store, whatever it is. Buy him some candy. Store 24, whatever they got over there. Buy him some candy. My grandfather used to have me pick. He'd have the card, and he'd have me pick 4 or 5 winners or something each week and stuff like that. When he'd win, there was a Store 24 over there. He'd get me a couple bags of candy. Come back, just sit there and eat it. It's great time. Still remember it, but that's awesome. All right, Tony, let's get into this game here. You were talking about the under in last night's game. Obviously, that was a smash. I feel like we might get a replica game here because I like the under in this game. I think it's 41.5 right now. The Eagles are sitting 2-point favorites right now on the road. Justin Herbert, we all know what happened with him. Got surgery. Looks like he's going to play. Also, Amari Hampton looks like he'll be back. So, a couple things going on with this Chargers team, but they are home underdogs here, slight underdogs. And then the big news with the Eagles is they lost their top defensive player, Jalen Carter, who's out at least for week 14. He's going for surgery on his, I think, both shoulders, they said. So few, important guys either banged up, coming back, out for these teams. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I agree with you where I just look at these teams and they're both kind of reeling a little bit, both real solid teams, coming into the year, even throughout the year at times, you've had to like these teams just the way they're set up. But right now, you just don't like all that much. They're physical teams. I'm just totally with you on the under, and we do these shows for every primetime game. Some nights you like them, sometimes you don't. I don't see a ton I like tonight. I'll tell you what I do like, actually, is the special teams and kickers, kind of how
Yes.
we've liked in a few games where, like last night, you just kind of knew it was gonna be that way. And I agree totally with you tonight. I don't. If I was gonna go the other way, I would just do the other move we always talk about: a quarterback with 2 pass catchers both ways, and just hope it goes against what we think. But I don't see how that. I just have to go with a low scoring build, like you're saying.
Yeah, I agree with you. And actually, that's one of my rules on my 3-max sheet is at least one of the kickers and defenses on all my teams. I want at least one. I think there's some of the better value plays too on the slate. I really like the kickers and the defenses here. I probably won't play them in well, maybe I could play it. It might be a kicker captain slate. That's I guess not out of the realm of possibility, at least with Dicker the kicker.
With Dicker the kicker,
Yeah, Dicker the kicker.
that's a dude.
But like Justin Herbert, his projection does not look that good here, Tony, and he's just naturally going to get ownership. But I don't know, like 10K Justin Herbert had surgery on his other hand. We know they want to run the football. I was looking at, rushing attempts for Kamani Vidal over his last 5 games, and he's like top 5 in the league in rushing attempts over the last 5. So they've been wanting to run the football anyways. They've been pounding Vidal. Now they get back Hampton, right? So I think they're going to do like a 1-2 punch thing with these two guys. And I would expect a lot of running. So one of my other rules is I want max 1 receiver from the Chargers. I don't like the double receiver builds from the Chargers.
I just don't see how they're going to be able to run the ball though. Like that's one of the reasons I like the under.
Why is that?
Their line stinks. I don't know. I just don't see them being able to. I know what's the dude's name? Jalen Watt, the defensive guy. He's out, right?
Jalen Carter. Yeah.
Yeah, he's out. But I don't know. Like the Chargers' O line has been terrible. I just don't see how they're gonna. I do like this bet though. I mean, 15 carries plus that's a bet right there. I mean that's something.
Oh wow. Yeah, plus 750. I think they could both get 15 carries. Would that shock you if they ran the ball 30 times and these guys both got 15 carries?
Yeah, that would shock me. In
a
low-scoring game?
Yeah.
How's there going to be?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I guess they'd have to like they would have to like control the game.
But it's like anything though with these bets. I would love the price on it. I don't know if it'll win, but I like the price on it.
Yeah,
I like the price on plus 750. I don't like Dick Vidal, but plus 750, I like that a lot.
Yeah, so one thing I was looking at over the past 4 games with the Eagles are giving up the 10th most fantasy points to running backs, 6th most yards per carry to running backs, and 11th most yards overall over their last 4. So they have been not as good, and then you lose Jalen Carter. I don't know. I get what you're saying, though. The Chargers' offensive line has not been that good either. They know Justin Herbert's banged up, but it kind of goes both ways a little bit. And the Eagles have been giving up fantasy points to running backs recently, Tony. So I know we look at them as like more of a better team against the run.
Just look at it. Like every time we talk about, like last week they got carved, but the 4 weeks before that, none of them were top 10 fantasy point games is the thing. I don't know. I love these conversations on our Showdown shows though, because it lets me kind of look my numbers against your numbers and kind of see. And they haven't been dominant, but I also they haven't got crushed either, at least by what I'm seeing. That doesn't account for yards and all that. Everyone's saying that. I think everyone's seeing that same thing with you.
It's the MMA stuff. Islam's out there more now, champion. Everyone's seeing him dominate. And then they see me.
Maybe people do like our MMA talk.
Just talking DFS sports, on YouTube, and they're like, "That guy really looks like Islam."
It builds up credit when you look like him.
I wish I could fight like him. Wish I could fight like him. Tony, I'll send you some videos. I've been working on my craft. I've been working on my 1-2, my boxing, my craft, my kicks.
I could see you doing that.
Dude, did you see Fred Warner on the bag? Bro
No.
is like a ninja. You know who Fred Warner is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude is like a
Actually,
ninja.
I take that back. I did see that video.
Dude,
I didn't think I did, but I did.
some of his shit, what he was doing was like so high level. I was like, how the hell is he doing that? He's an NFL player too.
Because
Like
he's
that's
an
even more
athlete.
insane.
I guarantee those crappy UFC guys that were NFL fighters look good on the bag too.
Probably. Yeah.
And then
probably.
they just can't fight once they get in. I mean, they're athletes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. He just looked so like so I'm like, dude,
I
what
wouldn't want to fight him. I'll tell you that much.
No, yeah, no. I feel like we always talk about this. Like, there's always that one guy that everyone's just like, bro, don't mess with that guy. Like, stay away from him. He might be that dude. But so all right, so we're kind of in line in terms of I think we both like the under.
I love the under too. I don't see how these teams are going to score.
Okay, do you
I'm the
love
opposite.
do you
for
love
sure
a
of you.
side? Do you love a side? Do you
No,
love
I definitely don't love a side.
Yeah,
I don't like the ground game though. That's where we're definitely different. I definitely don't like the ground game. So
yeah,
we'll
and I definitely
differ
don't
there.
like the receiving game.
Yeah.
Like these two teams are like the worst. Like the Chargers give up no fantasy points to wide receivers, like literally none at all. No they're like either dead last or 31st. In
So you
fantasy
say it.
points
This
given
is
up.
where I love doing this because the whole year they haven't had a single top 10 receiving week. So like you said, that's where my numbers match your numbers. They haven't got beat all year.
Yeah, no, their style, keep everything in front of it. Kind of fits honestly, Tony, kind of fits the way Philly wants to play. Maybe Philly is the side because it kind of like the Chargers, they don't give up the big play. Yeah. It kind of fits the style in which the Eagles want to kind of play at. You know,
Philadelphia just makes sense too. Like Philly's always the team. Like when you count them out, they just play good too, and they just like you look at all their defense metrics too. Philly, and it's like they're good against tight end, they're good against receiver. I don't know. There's just not. I don't see how this game doesn't go under. I mean, everything I look at.
Yeah, everything's leading me to
what's a good matchup? Like, tell me a good matchup, and I'll check it against my numbers. Like, what position do you like?
Honestly, like the running back was like that's like the best matchup I think on the whole board, and it's not like an amazing matchup. It's just the best because both these teams are really tough. Like you said, when you look at tight ends and everything like that, you know, both these teams are pretty solid. I think like middling to better against the tight end. So maybe the tight end position. I know for a fact like the wide receiver position is the one position I like. I don't mind Gadsden. I don't mind Dallas Goedert.
Philadelphia hasn't given anything up to the tight end either. The last 2 weeks they've gotten beat a little bit, but before that they haven't got beat at all.
Yeah, but there's only like one of them. Whereas receiver, there's like 4.
Man, I mean the matchups look bad. Quarterback actually. I mean we're gonna like quarterbacks anyways, but
that's why
neither team's not great against quarterback.
And on top of it, seriously, like Justin Herbert, what do we expect from him tonight? Surgery on his hand. You know he's not going to.
The only difference though is this dude plays hurt so much that he's just like.
No, yeah, he's a warrior. He might be one of the toughest quarterbacks. Well, I'll still say it. Like I still remember those times where he'd get like carried off, and I'd be like, "Oh, he's done. He's done for like the season,
forever, for a year."
And he'll come back the next week. Oh, like, is this guy made of iron? Like, what is going on here? He looked literally dead on the field.
I always love when people do that. They haven't faced a decent tight end. It's week 15, week 14. I mean, they had to, even if they didn't, I mean, it's all year.
So I was going to.
Who's the decent tight end tonight?
Who's he talking about? The Eagles?
I'm assuming the Eagles when he's talking about Gadsden, but I don't know.
I mean. They haven't. I don't know about.
I mean, they've been awesome against tight end by my numbers until the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks they got beat a little bit. Who did they play 2 weeks ago?
Who, the Eagles?
Oh, they played the Cowboys.
Cowboys, and they did good against.
Mary Ferguson did pretty good against them. Let me see.
I don't think so. Did he? I don't think he did.
I mean, just by mine, it says 5 for 60. That's not too bad.
That's not bad.
Oh, that's why, because Span Ford caught a touchdown too. That's why, and he'd be in the
I
10.
remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. But yeah, the Vikings, the Giants, the Packers, the Giants again. The Broncos don't have a tight end. Ingram sucks. Buccaneers,
Yeah.
Rams. What did the Rams do against them? The
I mean,
Rams.
they didn't give anything up all year except the last 2 weeks, so nobody did anything.
Yeah, the Rams didn't really do much with the tight end that game. Yeah, I mean, Gatson though he's not your typical tight end either though, so we got to like throw that in there. And they got the Packers with no Tucker Kraft because he was already out by then.
And tight ends in low scoring games play good too. Like they just play nice with their like 14-point games and stuff.
And again, I'm getting 2 tight ends. Like I'm gonna put those guys up to like Keenan Allen. Well, Keenan Allen 6,600. Quentin Johnston 7K. Lad McConkey 8,800. Devontae Smith 8,400. AJ Brown 9K. That's expensive. Like in this matchup, the tight ends could outscore a lot of those guys. Like
easily.
it's not a great matchup for those wide receivers. So
I mean, these projections are so low tonight. Just so low.
Yeah, when I saw Justin Herbert in like 14, I was like, oh, or 15 or whatever. I was like, yeah, that's not boding well for.
I just don't see how they're going to score points. I just don't see it. I don't see how it's possible.
Yeah, I think it would be. First of all, I don't think we're going to see a lot of big plays. So that's the one thing. So if we're not going to see a lot of big plays, we're going to see, maybe some 3-and-outs. But if we do see some drives, they're longer drives. I think we see a lot of kicking. I think we get some kicking from the Chargers. They're going to be cautious with, Herbert and everything like that. So, yeah. What are we doing at captain here? Is it just the Eagles studs? Are you playing any Chargers captains tonight?
Man, so looking at the Chargers, I mean, you have to consider Herbert in games, but I agree with you. Like he's hurt, he's overpriced just with the matchup. I don't think it's amazing, but I'll definitely have some Herbert just because of how he plays. McConkey's expensive. Hampton, I mean, I would love to play Hampton. What has he even been out with? Like what's been his issue? What was his injury or whatever?
I mean, he had was it a meniscus? What do you have? A knee? It was a knee issue, right?
I mean, you were saying something before the show though, like he wasn't active yet or something.
They didn't activate him or whatever yet. He's listed as questionable, but he remains on injured reserve. That was at 3.
Don't they have to by what time do they have to announce it?
It's got to be soon, right? It's got to be an hour or two before game. I would assume they have to if he's going to come back. So
because we could really get a good bet in on Vidal if somehow Hampton wasn't active.
I mean, if Hampton's out, I'm playing Vidal. I'd even play him.
Definitely clears the situation up a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. I just don't know why he's not he's not off IR by now.
I feel like this is one of those things that we're in the bubble of our Discord where we see one article VIP posted and different articles and everyone knows he's going to be active except for people in the bubble. I don't know. I still got thrown off last week though when Amon-Ra just randomly played after we thought he was out all week.
Yeah, I thought there was no chance he was playing, and I was
wrong. Still just faded him because I didn't think he was healthy, but still.
I did too. Did too.
But I at least was worried though, and then he actually played decent. He didn't get good stats, but he played decent.
So you're saying we should bet?
No, no. My whole point was I think Hampton just plays. I don't know why people were saying that.
I'm looking at right now. DraftKings doesn't even have Vidal props.
They probably, yeah. I mean, they don't want to get hosed if somehow Hampton.
Only Hampton props right now.
Hampton. I like Hampton way better.
Oh, they have rush yards, just not the rushing attempt.
Can you bet the under though?
On the rushing prop?
Yeah, for Vidal.
Let me see.
I want to bet the under.
Yeah. 34.5.
Oh,
they just didn't have the rush. I was looking at the rush attempt ones.
Like that, I just don't know how you could play Vidal.
What, with Hampton back?
Yeah, I mean, he's 7,400. He's got to be the lowest owned guy on the whole slate as
I'm gonna
far as like players.
I'm gonna want. I don't like the running backs. I don't like the Chargers running backs in the captain, but I'm definitely gonna like them more in the flex because I can't just say like max one receiver from these teams and like I need some fillers in my flex. Like I'm definitely gonna play a running back in the flex, probably on both sides here. But
All
that
right.
gets me to my point. Like I think Saquon's probably a pretty decent play in the captain.
Yeah.
So I like him. I like him and Hurts. Those are the two guys. I'm not playing Herbert. I'm not playing Brown, McConkey, Smith, any of these guys. I'm not playing the Chargers running backs unless caveat, if Hampton somehow doesn't play, then Vidal. I'm in on Vidal in the captain. But if Hampton's in like we expect, then I'm out on both in the captain. And then besides Jalen Hurts and Barkley, which I don't know if you have a favorite between the two, Tony, but maybe if you do, say who you have a favorite between. And then besides those guys, is there anyone down here that you could take shots on in the mid tier?
Yeah, I mean, I can always play the tight ends. I'm always a sucker for the tight ends. It's just Goddard's been so bad when I've played him.
So bad.
I still like the price though. I mean, 5,400. That's why I always get suckered into the tight end plays. And Gadsden, I can definitely play Gadsden on that side, and Dicker the kicker. I actually think Dicker the kicker is a great play tonight, even in the captain. Go back to our signature move, because low scoring games like this are when the kicker captain really comes through for you. So because I don't want to play cheap guys tonight. Like I know the top guys are projected bad, but I don't want to play like Tyler Conklin and Trey Harris.
No, I don't either. By the way, Trey Harris is a way better play than Tyler Conklin.
I kind of just threw names in after I said it.
Yeah.
It sounded bad. Like, yeah, I do agree with that.
I agree with you though. Like I honestly, I might play Dicker on all 20 of my teams.
I love Dicker tonight, and the defense is like I want at least one defense on each team too. One defense, one kicker on each team. But I like Dicker way more than Elliott. But yeah, I want one on each, and then obviously the quarterback. I want one of Hurts or Barkley. I don't honestly like care that I don't have a strong take either way, but I want one of them, if not both. I mean, you could get maybe the whole offense with both. Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly think the build's pretty easy from my perspective of what I want, because there's not a lot of guys that I want to play. Like from the Philly side, I don't want to play Dotson. I don't want to play Bigsby. I don't want to play anyone under Dotson. So it's literally just 4,400 and up for me on the Philly side. And then the Chargers side, like you said, I mean, below Trey Harris, I don't want anybody. I don't really want the receivers at those prices. There's really not that many people on the slate that I even want to play.
No, yeah, it's not one of those slates where I want to be like, yeah, just throw this guy in, like just throw this cheap guy in and hope. Like, I think there was more like yesterday that you could do. You said Dotson. I think you could go to like if you wanted to play like a Will Shipley or someone, you could go down to there. But yeah, I don't want anyone under that like 2K range. No Conklin, no Calcantara, none of those plays. So I definitely agree with Tony there. And yeah, if I were to play a mid-tier captain, it would be Dicker the kicker for sure. I probably will play some in the captain, but I'm gonna probably jam him. And then probably end up with at least one of these tight ends, since I'm lower on the wide receivers, at least one of these tight ends. So, yeah.
I just love the build with one, either like a tight end or a kicker and captain, because it lets you play. Just say you could play both quarterbacks plus Saquon and still have whatever you want.
It could be a slate too, like you always talk about, where it's like the quarterback only scores 11, but he's still on the winner with 11. It definitely could be one of those.
I just don't see how anyone's getting like a ton of fantasy points.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think this game's going to be a stinker. Did you say who you like between Hurts and Barkley? if you had to pick one?
I mean, truly, I want like 50-50 between them, but
Yeah.
I guess I would like Hurts more, but I truly don't have a take either side.
Yeah, I think that's a tough one. I think I'm leaning Barkley, but like you said, no strong.
Really, one of the advantages to playing a cheaper captain is I'll just play both and I don't have to choose.
Well, yeah, I kind of want both anyways. So
I kind of want both too. So and I don't know, I don't really need either one in the captain. So it makes me kind of just want to play a tight end captain or a kicker captain and just play both of them.
it does kind of resolve that problem though,
Yeah.
right? Where it's like,
I can play Herbert or say one of the running backs.
Well, if
or
we put a mid-tier captain, just throwing it out there, we can play. Yeah, you can play all three studs easy.
Yeah,
Hurts, Herbert, Barkley, all in there. Still up 6150 for your last two spots. So,
and then you can play another kicker or two tight ends, or so then the end of your build, you just get everything you want.
A defense, yeah, you can play.
I would love, yeah. And then what's going to happen is you're going to end up losing a little. Trey Hendrickson out for the year. That's funny. After they went out of their way to pay him. Yeah, it just gets you everything you want. So I think I want my captain to be either Dicker or even I don't like
I don't like Elliott as much, but
Elliott as much, but I still like. And then the defense captain too. I don't totally hate the defense captain.
I probably won't go that far with the defense captain, but I get what you're saying.
You don't want to until that scores 6-3 in the fourth quarter.
I know. And I'm just disgusted sitting there watching that game. But I don't know if you saw it, too. Did you see T. Higgins back in the concussion protocol?
Yeah, I mean, because he played concussed. He got concussed during the game.
Yep, I'll give him credit. What a hero. What a hero. Goes back out there.
And he made a couple great catches.
He did. He made that first touchdown catch was wild. That catch was sick. All right. So we got the captains down. We're kind of on board there with what we're doing from the captain standpoint. You said in the flex, it's probably one of those slates where you want both quarterbacks. Is there a route, though, to possibly fading one of these studs, Tony? A Justin Herbert? Do you think that's a plausible route to go?
I just don't think there's enough fantasy points out there. But, I mean, if I did, it would have to be for a running back, not a receiver. It would have to be a Hampton or even a Dick Vidal.
Yeah. But I want one of them, but you don't seem to be onto that as much.
I just don't. I just don't think I can get off Herbert in a game where 14 from a quarterback could be good, especially when two guys are going to get carries. But if somehow one of the running backs, if Hampton's out, then that would change things too.
Yeah, if Hampton's out, that would definitely change things. These wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Smith, it's normally like A.J. Brown's more the man beater, Smith more against the zone. Chargers play a lot of zone. They play a lot of too high, too, which is why they don't give a lot up to the wide receivers. They don't give up a lot of big plays. They play a lot of that too high coverage. I think third most in the league. And that could limit someone like A.J. Brown. Maybe it's a Devontae Smith or Dallas Goedert thing there. But that's why I would want one of those receivers. I don't want both, though, on my teams. Even in the Hurts captains, which I know you put rules up on your sheet a lot, and it will say, like, quarterback captain with two pass catchers. Are you making that rule with Jalen Hurts captain? Are you going to at least have two pass catchers with Jalen Hurts? Or is he an exempt to that rule?
He's one of the only exempt ones just because he never has cheap receivers I like ever. I never liked Dotson. Philadelphia has to have the least. It's probably one of the reasons they've struggled too. They have to have like the least amount of weapons in the league. Their studs are good for sure.
They've got great weapons. They just don't have
depth.
Yeah, exactly.
At all. I don't think there's a team in the league that just doesn't have any receivers after the first two. I don't, it's just weird.
But also, all the fantasy points are going to that funnel.
Yeah.
Even if there's not a lot, it's all going to that.
That's why I just wouldn't set that rule. I'm scarred from so many showdowns where like it gets to the end and it's just quarterback, 2 catchers, quarterback, 2 pass catchers.
All right, we got Hampton activated according to Shefty. There we go. So
Yeah.
at least we got the news now. So we know he'll be in there. That's what we figured anyways. So does that change, anything to do with the running backs now that he's active?
I just don't really see how you can pay. I mean, I just don't like the running backs. I'll leave them for you. 7,800 and 7,400. I just can't do it. The good part is though what you said though. I'll say that. I mean, it's a floor game. So if anyone gets a touchdown tonight, I think they're in the winner. Put it that way.
Oh yeah, 100%. Just like last slate, right? All those touchdown scores were in the winner. Same thing. Like there's not going to be many of them. Wait, was Kareem Hunt in the winner?
He had to be, I would assume. He had to be.
I can't remember.
I don't remember either, but I would assume he has to be.
Yeah, I mean, if they're scoring, they're in the winner. There's probably not going to be that many points.
I'm going to make at least one build though, just one stray build that is like I'm saying, quarterback, 2 pass catchers type thing.
With Hurts?
With
or Herbert?
Probably Herbert, just because there's more options.
Herbert makes sense. Herbert definitely.
And one of them for me would for sure be Gadsden in that build.
It sucks for you though, because you don't really love that rule, even though you want to make it, because Justin Herbert is a perfect quarterback to make that rule with. Yeah. But you also don't like the price tags on these running backs, and there's 2 of them now. So it's like you don't want to play the running backs.
Yeah.
You don't really want to play 2 wide receivers from the Chargers.
That's why Gadsden's like a lock for me.
Gadsden's
honestly almost a lock for me. Gadsden and Dicker are like my 2 favorite, like for sure plays of the slate.
Yeah, Dicker for me is going.
And they're both in the 5Ks. Like honestly, those should be my 2 captains too. Like they're my 2 favorite plays and my 2 favorite prices. My 2
those
favorite
2 with at least Saquon or Hurts is like that's like what I want to start with. Is those guys. So I'm 100% with you there. I should honestly just make that a rule. At least one of Dicker or Gadsden here, but Omarion 335.54 will probably be enough. Oh yeah. If he gets that, he's in the winner. That's like 11 points. I think 11 points probably gets him in the winner, Tony. 11, 12.
Yeah. And it makes a lot of sense. I mean, he probably will. He probably will get in too. I mean, how many times do we see it where they get down in there and they run it in? Kareem Hunt does it every game.
Every single game. And every single game I say to myself, why don't I bet Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown every single game? I just don't understand. And I'm still waiting for Isaiah Pacheco to play. Still waiting for the Isaiah Pacheco people to show them out themselves, just like the Matthew Golden people that have finally outed themselves and figured out that the Packers just rotate all these wide receivers. And right when you think, no, they'll stop doing that, that's when Bo Melton, Tony, comes out of nowhere and catches a bomb. And you just go, wait, what the fuck? Bo Melton just scored? Yeah, that's the Packers right there for you. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times I like 2 running backs. I definitely don't like 2 running backs in this. Not at 7,400 and 7,800 or whatever.
The only way I could see it is if you faded Herbert, but you still think there's a back and forth. Like that's the only way. And somehow it's just all ground game. But
yeah, or they both, I guess, could just get a touchdown.
What about like a weird 5-1 where Hurts is the captain, but it's all Chargers ground game, but Hurts gets like the tush push twice? I don't know. I'm just trying to think.
Anything could happen in these low scoring games. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that can happen.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. What about the receiver position, Tony? Because we clearly don't love the position, but who's like your favorite of the Ladd, Quentin Johnston, Keenan? I mean, Keenan's got to be the worst of the 3, right?
I mean, you just look at the prices and I don't think Keenan's the worst for me necessarily, just because
Or is it QJ?
I'd probably rather play Keenan Allen than QJ. But I mean, the
Okay.
more I look at it, the more I'm not that into these receivers that much.
Yeah.
Even Ladd is just so expensive that it just
Too
doesn't
expensive.
work that much.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I
I mean, I
agree.
don't like the receivers. That's why I want one of the good things about like these rules where I want one kicker, one plus kicker. I want one plus defense. I'm definitely going to play one of Saquon or Hurts. I'm definitely going to play one of
Yeah, you don't have that many spots to go left after you start
and there's
making like
not that
3 or
many
4
spots.
rules. Yeah.
So like your
So
receivers, you're only going to and like if I end up with a Keenan Allen or a McConkey, like I'm not mad about it. I don't.
right, but I'm saying you don't want like two or three of them on your teams and stuff. You don't want those type of teams where you get like multiple of them. So, but I just didn't know if you had to rank them. Like if you had to rank them, would it be Keenan, Ladd, QJ? Like
No, I'd still probably put Ladd for
Ladd first,
Ladd first. Yeah, I'd put Ladd first. But his
and then
price is higher, so like it's harder to get him too. I don't have a strong take at receiver for sure. I'm pretty flat on all three of them honestly with the price built in.
and
And same
Smith
thing
and
with Philly.
same thing.
I
Yeah.
really want. I know I'm oversimplifying this for the show, but I really want Hurts and Saquon. I really want Dicker. I probably have to play Herbert. I mean, there's just not that many spots left, like you said.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
for the
that's
Philly
fair.
side, I really just want to play Hurts and Saquon. So
Yeah, I think my favorite would be QJ on the Chargers side, and I don't know.
I
I
think he's
always get
definitely got the most upside for sure,
I always
by
get these
far.
Philly receivers wrong. I probably lean Smith, but like you
It's
said, I don't
impossible
want
to
to.
get them right, though. They're one team that it's impossible to get right.
And that's why, though, I want to have a stronger take on like every other position but wide receiver. My
Yeah,
only
just
take
let it
on wide
fall in.
receiver is I just want one from each side. Like I don't want multiple from either side. I just
Yeah,
would want one. I can have one from the Philly side and one from the Charger side, but I just want one
yeah,
at the most from each side. So
yeah. I
that
totally agree with that.
that's where I'm at. We talked about Gadsden and Goddard. They look like two pretty clean flex plays right there. Dicker and Elliott. Dicker's the better kicker play. I'll still say on this slate, Elliott, who I normally X out of my pool, is at least still in play just because it
Yeah,
could just be that low scoring kicker back and forth. So,
I like Elliott way more than I usually do.
yeah.
They've been settling for field goals a lot too, where it's in the spots like that. So I definitely like him more than I normally
When
do.
you get the Eagles out of those fourth and short scenarios and they send them out there more, you know what I mean? So if they're not getting positive yards early downs, then you might get them out there a little bit more. But yeah, so defenses, I think these defenses are very fairly priced. I mean, Chargers at 3,600 at home seems very nice to me. I really like the Chargers. And 4,400 for the Eagles, I think that's a fair price, honestly. I don't think I'm getting a discount, but I still don't mind it here on this slate as well. So, yeah, I like the Chargers more if you made me pick one, but I'm going to play both these defenses. And yeah, they look like really good plays to me because everything under them looks like I'm just taking a stab in the dark. Like literally, Jahan Dotson, once or twice a year, maybe. Maybe it can be today, but that's really it. And then you got Bigsby, Shipley, Conklin, Calcantara. I mean, Tony, the list goes on of guys that just get you 0 to 2.
Yeah, and it's just not one of those games where I really want to go down there. I look at all these plays and I don't know. I just don't see it. I'm just going to go with that stance that I'd rather play a mid-range guy than have to punt a guy. Haskins.
Who is Adoree Jackson covering tonight? He is going to, he'll probably be on some QJ. Let me see what these guys got going for. I would bet he's more on QJ or Keenan Allen. That one of those two.
Hey, Haskins getting activated has to cloud it even more for that run.
They love Hassan. Nobody likes Hassan Haskins more than Jim friggin' Hart. That dude has his guys more than anyone. Holy shit. Hassan Haskins. He's so bad too, but he'll just randomly run him up the gut for one, Tony. Randomly, he'll do that. So
No
yeah.
doubt.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. QJ or Keen Dijon on Lad. Yeah.
White boy versus white boy.
Yep. That'll be interesting. Trey Harris, the only one, Tony, like out of all these guys, he's the guy, like he's been getting a little bit more. If you were to pick one of these guys, Jahan, Trey Harris, Will Shipley, if you had to pick one guy to leave in your pool, who would it be?
Definitely Trey Harris. He's just explosive. He's more talented. I refuse to play Dotson. I refuse to play all these cheap. I could be talked into some cheap Chargers. I can't be talked into these cheap Eagles. Like if Dotson's the reason I lose, I can live with it. Shipley. I mean, all these guys. I'm not playing a cheap Eagle. Like, no chance. I don't even know what this word is. What's this? What's that word?
I don't know what Sapuka is. I have no idea. Is that good or bad? Sounds bad.
Gotta be bad.
It's gotta be. He had Jahan Dotson, so it's gotta be bad.
It's gotta be bad, whatever it is.
It's gotta be bad. All right. So that's the full list because I don't see much underneath those guys, and we already said that. So Tony, let's go into our anti-play here. I'm gonna pull up Saber real quick. All right. And I got this listed by ownership here, Tony. So you can see top Hurts, Barkley, Herbert, AJ Brown, Cameron Dicker, all the way down. Out of all these ownerships, who's your anti-play here? Who's the guy that you're just out on? Or guys?
Give me yeah, I gotta go AJ Brown. He's had a couple good games in a row. He's due for a game where he gets mad at Herbert or he gets mad at Hurts again. And I was gonna say Devontae, but actually Devontae scares me a little bit more in the matchup like this. So give me AJ Brown.
God, I really want to say Justin Herbert.
You hate Herbert tonight.
Dude, I've hit it right with these quarterbacks on these showdown slates. I've had a lot of good calls.
Then grab them.
Showdown.
Grab them.
Justin Herbert. All right, I grabbed. The problem is though, like I'm gonna project him for like 11 or 12, and he's still gonna probably hit some of my teams.
It doesn't mean full fade in showdown. It just means you're under.
Oh yeah, like I'm definitely gonna be under. I'm literally gonna project him for like 12 or 13. I'll put him at 12 right now. I'll literally project him there. No, Jeff, I'm going to name every single player, and then you're going to have to decipher which ones I like more. Or you could just sign up at runpuresports.com, and then you'd know exactly who's in my core, who's in my player pool, who's in Big T's core, his exact scripts, how he's playing his core or his captains. Simple, just like that.
I still want to know, though, like, I've said I'm fading the entire game almost. I've named like 6 guys I like. How many do you I mean, what am I supposed to do different?
We've literally given out like 5 rules on this slate that we're following for this slate.
Like 8 guys in my player pool. You got to make a 6-man team with 8 players.
He's just mad because I went down each section of player so I could get a clear answer on who I'm trying to pull out who Big T likes more than everyone else, and Jeff doesn't like that. So I can't help you, Jeff.
Jeff's being mean. He's just trying to troll. I see it now. He comes back with the next one. JSU loses the time. He's just being mean.
That's right. Jamon knows. My friggin' Bengals bet might be dead, Jamon, but we got them last night. Bengals helped me, so I can't say anything bad about them because they should have won that game. I'm still mad about. I'm still honestly mad, even though I won yesterday.
It's still why I love Jay Monchichi, though. Comes in, he's my boy. Even when he disagrees with me, he says I disagree with him. He's not just mean though. Like when people are just mean, I don't like the. I always say this about the no TD bet. I like it, but they always get a touchdown, though.
And like it's always not as good of odds as it should be, which annoys me. That does annoy me a little bit.
Even the shittiest games, there's a touchdown. Like
dude, the Cleveland Tennessee game, how many touchdowns? How many touchdowns? Like, and I guaranteed you, if I said this, if you were on that show and I said Big T, no touchdown bet in the Cleveland Tennessee game, you'd have been like, you're right. That's a great bet. Like, I like that bet. Well, yeah, no shit. But it's like, even those games, you just get the random shit happens, dude. It's fluky. I mean, we saw it. We saw it today. We had one snow game where there was tons of touchdowns. There was a monsoon happening.
Happens all the time.
In the Colts game.
Now,
and
Jeff says you're a trust fund baby now. He's coming after you. This guy hates you.
Trust fund baby.
He hates you.
Sorry, Jeff. Can't help you there, buddy. Money's money. Go get some.
Send me some of the trust fund. I want some trust fund.
Yeah, Big T's not shy. He's like, yo, send me some of that. Send me some of that money right there.
I wish my boy was trust fund. I like trust fund. I wish I was a trust fund baby.
I still wish,
I'm down with the dick or down.
Dick or down play.
The dick or down play of the day.
Is that going to be your play of the day? You want to just go with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a great play of the day.
I'm going captain for sure. I'm going dick or captain for sure. So.
Oh, I love that. I'm playing.
And I'm going Hurts and Barkley together. So there's my core for the show. Someone up there asked for my core. That's my
Jeff,
core.
we don't like you either. So I don't care. We don't like you either.
Bo, I mean, why are you watching our show if you hate JSU? Like, I don't understand.
Because even if they hate me, they can still like you, so it's okay.
They usually don't like either one of us, though.
Oh yeah, but I'm just answering your question. Like, they can not like me, and they can like you.
Kirk? We don't even have a Kirk. Who's Kirk? Kirk Dees? Our boy Kirk Dees?
That's my boy. What are you talking about?
It can't be Kirk Dees. Who's Kirk?
It's got to be Kirk Dees. I don't know another Kirk. Who's Kirk?
Kirk Dees?
Does he mean Kurt? Maybe he means Kurt.
Yeah, his name's Kurt. If it's Kurt, I like Kirk Dees too, though. But he can't mean Kirk Dees.
Kirk Dees is my boy. He wouldn't replace me. He would just come on with us.
You gotta call him Kurt if it's Kurt. That's a different human.
And if it's Kirk Dees, you got to call him Kirk Dees. You can't call him Kirk.
Kirk Dees nuts.
Or Kirky. We love Kirky.
Kirky's his actual name.
That you actually started that, I think. Even though I did the show with them, you started the Kirky.
I love Kirky.
Kirk Dees. Charlie Kirk. What?
Stop feeding him. Just let him
go.
Don't go down the avenue.
Oh, God. This fucking guy, Jeff. All right, Jeff. Jeff, having fun on timeout, bro. You're out of here. You're
That's
not
when
out of here. You can still watch.
We had some fun for a minute. Just let him go.
I could have banned you, Jeff. I didn't ban you for life. I just banned you for the next 5 minutes.
For whatever reason, he wants to just be an idiot. Whatever.
Yeah. That's all right. You can be a loser and still watch this show, Jeff. I'll allow it. Just hit the like button. How about that?
Yeah,
okay. Throw us a like. We had to deal with you. We dealt with your nonsense for 5 minutes. Throw a fucking like button here. If not for me, do it for Big T, because you obviously are listening for his advice here. So, Tony, kicker the dicker, dicker the kicker, dick her. Your play of the day.
Yeah, dicker the play of the day. Hurts and Barkley together. That's my 3-man core for the show.
Love that. Love that. I'm rolling with you on. I'm jamming dicker the kicker. I'll give Gadsden because you didn't say Gadsden, but I know you like Gadsden too. But
I like him. I just didn't want to give him because I don't want to give him and Dicker in that same range.
Oh yeah, that kind of makes sense here. But either way, they're both going to be in a lot of my teams, so I'm going with him. Guys, don't forget, check us out, runpuresports.com. Runpure Premium, if you guys want to sign up, all sports, one price. Check us out for a week, a month, up to you guys what you want to try out. And if you want a little promo code, you want to slide on in to @BigT44DFS DMs on Twitter, you can do that, and he'll hook you up with a little holiday promo code. Nothing else in terms of the holiday, but a promo code, right,
Maybe
Tony? That's
new
it.
hat pretty soon.
No, you're not hooking them up with the hat.
No, we're not. Okay.
No. We're giving those out during our Christmas shows, so we got to wait on the new hat.
They're expensive too. We had that invoice. I was sending it to Prez. They're like, with shipping, they're like almost $40-$50.
Well, you're paying for them, so.
No, we clarified that. I didn't take credit. That was part of what the last one was. I said we're all.
Oh, that's right. You didn't do the thing that other
Oh,
people normally do, where they say, "Oh, I'm giving this away," and then they don't actually give it away.
Yeah.
We all end up giving it away, meaning the owners of the company. Yes, I know. Yes,
Yeah.
and then they ask for a refund later.
Yeah.
What? Unreal.
40 to $50 times 100 hats. We're all paying for that one.
That's all right. That's all right. It's worth it. The hats are sweet. We want people to rock them, right, Tony? We love the hats. We love the gear.
Hats, you'd make them. I like these ones though. I like these ones. They're solid.
Send us what you got, though.
Yeah,
you can always
I'm open to whatever. I haven't paid yet.
I can guarantee you this. I can't guarantee you that he'll buy from you or anything, but I can guarantee you he'll look at the swag. If you send it to him,
oh yeah,
he'll look at it. Big T, he's a swag whore for sure.
Loves swag. I just need it to be quality. No cotton, no like terrible dad hats.
Yeah. They got to be the right material. Big T is you are a little particular with the material and stuff.
See, me and Jay Monchichi are like actually brothers, like Flex Fit.
Oh, really? That you have to have it that way? The Flex Fit?
Like, you know how usually they make fun of me for having one or two dots? Look at that. That's 4.
Oh, that's why you like them.
They just fit great. Like, no matter who you are, they would fit you just as good.
No, I understand it now. That's why you like the hats. It all makes sense now. I figured it out.
They look good, don't they?
They do. Yeah. They do. Honestly, all my brothers like the hats, but those ones, I get it now. I totally get it. I like the other one better, bro.
I like the gray better too.
I'm not the black hat. I'm just not a fan of.
The black I like black better backwards.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the backward, I don't like this as much as black. I like frontwards though, like this.
It's funny now. That makes sense now too, because sometimes you come in, you'll wear it backwards. Sometimes you'll wear it forwards. And I'm like,
I'm giving away all my secrets here.
It's the color. Okay. It's the color that makes it happen. I got it now. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Hope you enjoyed this Monday Night Football Showdown Factory. Give some love to Big T. Had very little voice coming in here. Throw us a like. Throw him a like for being a trooper and stepping up and doing the show with very little voice. So shout out to him for getting on here. And thank you guys for watching this show. We'll be back on Wednesday for the Print Factory. Good luck in your Showdown DFS on DraftKings and your betting on DraftKings Sportsbook. We'll catch you guys on Wednesday for Big T. I'm JSU. We're out of here. Peace.